guys, look, welcome to Terry's Tips. I'm excited about this video, guys. Do you need some money? Listen, if you could use $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 for your business, get a notebook and get a pen, okay, guys? Because you can apply for this money even if you're a startup, even if you have zero or like low revenue, okay? That's the number one question you guys ask me. How can I get money? I keep on getting denied. I don't have any revenue. I'm brand new. This is a back-end hack, guys, for you to fast track getting funding, okay? So in this video specifically, I'm going to explain what are the requirements of the 680 program, what the lenders are actually looking for, okay? How you apply for this money, and then I'm even going to tell you guys what to do if you get denied, because a lot of times if you do get a denial, we'll get some feedback, and then you can kind of fix those things and come back and reapply. Come on, somebody. I'm going to do my nugget at the end. So first, what kind of money, what kind of business credit am I talking about? I'm talking about revolving business credit. That means business credit cards and lines of credit. That's it. Business credit cards and lines of credit, which are like the best kind because they're the most flexible and you can use them for anything, okay? And for this money, it helps if you are an LLC, a S Corp, a C Corp. However, you can apply if you're a sole proprietor. Come on, somebody, okay? So the 680 program, what is that? This is a funding program that you can fast track getting money for your business. And the initial evaluation, your free evaluation, if you meet the minimum requirements, is a soft inquiry. Come on, somebody. So at the bare minimum, you must be a 680 personal credit score on all 3 credit bureaus: TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. This is your personal credit. Now pause. Why is this a credit hack? Why am I saying that? I told you guys, and I've explained in my teachings, right, that for business credit, they're really looking at the 3 C's. Write this down: cash flow, credit, collateral. Cash flow, credit, collateral, the 3 C's. And you don't have to have them all, but the stronger you are, if you have 1, great. If you have 2, even better. If you have 3, that's awesome, right? But many of you don't have them. What you can't do is have a 600 personal credit score, no business credit, 0 revenue, be brand new, and have no collateral. Come on, somebody, right? So you need to be strong in one area. So the 680 program specifically focuses on the personal business credit and the business credit, the personal credit and the business credit of the business owner. You can be a new business, a startup. So you can be incorporated for a couple of months and you can have 0 or no revenue, right? So a lot of times, if you're going to need some revenue for like the lines of credit, because they want to know how you're going to pay it back, but you're not necessarily going to need a whole bunch of revenue to qualify for the business credit cards, which are usually 0% interest for 6 to 18 months. And I've seen most people that apply get between 20 and 50,000. Let me say it again, 0% interest for 6 to 18 months. And most people get between like 20 and 40,000 the very first time. Come on, somebody. So if you're new and you have no revenue, then your back end hack is to have strong personal credit scores to get some business credit, right? Use it to help grow your business, help fund your brand and your vision. And then while you're actually building business credit, having those initial trade lines that are revolving trade lines in your business's name is going to do what? Help you build, help you scale, help you leverage, and help you get more business credit. It's a back-end hack for multiple reasons. It will put money in your hands right now, and it's going to help you actually build long-term. So you must have a 680, you the business owner, 680 personal FICO score on all 3 bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. So action item, go to My FICO or Credit Check Total, pull your reports tonight. When, Terry? Tonight. And make sure you are a 680 and above. If you're not a 680, then pause. What you're going to do is you're either going to invest in a Jumpstart strategy session with us, or you're going to purchase the credit score bundle package, fix those items, and then as soon as you are a 680, you're going to apply. That's it. It should take you nowhere between 30 and 90 days. That's it, okay? If you are a 680, then you'll be able to move to the next step. Now, action item, nugget, tip. This is the main thing and most people fail to realize. What are the lenders looking for? Because this is business credit and it's revolving, they're looking for you, the business owner, to have your own primary revolving trade lines. Write this down. That means you need to have your own personal credit cards. They're looking that you have credit cards for at least 2 years. How long, Terry? 2 years, at least 24 months. No late payments on those primary trade lines on the accounts that are yours. Your revolving trade lines have 30% and underutilization on them, right? As a whole. So let's say you have one or two that are like kind of high, but you have, two others that are lower. You can still apply, guys, right? And they're looking for your credit limit to be at least $2,000 and above. Let me say it again. Your own primary trade lines revolving, 2 years at least on your credit report, no late payments, 30% in underutilization, and at least a credit limit of $2,000. So what are you going to do? Let's say you have 3 credit cards that are all credit limit of $1,500. Your next action item is to call them and say, hey, I want to know if I qualify for a credit limit increase, only if it's a soft inquiry. Let's say you get 1 or 2 of them to increase the limit to $2,000. Well, guess what? Now, I'm telling you guys, the back end hacking what they're looking at. Then now it's like you're in really, really good standing. You can apply for the 680 program. Come on, somebody, right? So this is what they're looking at. Now, I recommend action item for your personal revolving trade lines. Have the credit limits as high as possible. Why? In my last video, and I will link it, when I said do not buy trade lines, this is one of the reasons why, because they'll only multiply primary trade lines. In that video, I kind of outlined why that, for business credit, we can multiply 2, 3, 4, 5x your personal credit limits. So let me give you an example. Let's say you have an American Express for $2,000, you have a Discover for $5,000, you have a Chase for $5,000, and you have a I don't know, who do you have? You have a Bank of America, no, I don't like them, a PNC for $10,000. Well, now you apply for the 680 program because you have a $10,000 credit card that's personal credit. They give you a $30,000 business one, and then another one that's $10,000, and then another one that's $10,000, another one that's $5,000. Why? They took your primary trade lines and they were able to double or quadruple it in business credit. One phone call and you got like over $50,000 worth of business credit. Come on, somebody, and usually at 0% interest. So action item to you, when you pull your reports from TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, you're using annualcreditreport.com or MyFICO or Credit Check Total. Look at your personal credit cards. If you have credit limits of $2,000 and above, great. If you can get them a little bit higher, then action item, call your personal companies and say, I do not do credit limit nugget. Do not do credit limit increases online. Why? When you do them online for personal, a lot of times it will result in a hard inquiry. So what you're going to do, listen to me guys, is look at your personal trade lines, make phone calls. Let's say you have 5 credit cards, you call one Monday, one Tuesday, one Wednesday, one Thursday, whatever. Break it up that way you're not overwhelmed. Hey, I've had this credit card with you for 3 years. My credit limit is $1,000. I want to know if I qualify for a credit limit increase if it's a soft inquiry. Guys, I've had people get like $20,000 to $30,000 just from following that tip right there. You're welcome, right? And let's say you have 5 credit cards. All of them may not do it. 2 may say, well, it'll be a hard inquiry. You can say, no, thank you, I'm good, right? Because it's not worth it for you right now. But say 3 of them do increase the limits. That's all you need. So call all of your personal credit card companies, call them, see if you're eligible for credit limit increases as much as you can get, because just because you got a credit limit increase does not mean you're maxing it out. What is this doing? It's helping your utilization on your personal reports. It's also helping you look more financially stable so you can transition better into business credit and get more money. Back end hack, okay? And you're saying if it's a soft inquiry, go for it. If it's a hard inquiry, don't. Another nugget right there is before you, I'm teaching right now. I hope y'all got your notebook and your pen, right? Before you call your personal credit card companies for a credit limit increase, I want you to log in online and update your income. Update your income. Update your income. Why? A lot of people, you guys have had your credit cards for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and you never went back and updated your profile at all. Well, when you first got the credit card, you were making $30,000, as a project manager, and now you're, a senior executive and you're making $80,000, but you never went back and updated it. So you have a low credit limit where they also think you make $30,000 a year. Now you make $80,000. So go by your gross income. You can even sometimes go by your household income. I'm not saying, but I'm saying, read it between the lines, right? We do everything in good business ethics here. But if you're thinking about all the income that comes into your house, going by your gross and going by your household income is doing what? Showing that you have more money available. So now when you call and say, hey, I like credit limit increase, they're like, oh my God, we got you at $500 credit limit, but you make $80,000. We're going to up that to $3,000 for you. We're going to up that to $5,000. Wait for it to update on your reports, and then you can go and apply for the 680 program, or ask them, action item, when it's going to update, okay? So let me recap that one part. Pull your credit reports. Make sure you have a 680 and above. That's number one. Number two, look at your personal credit cards and make sure you have a credit limit of at least $2,000 and above on all your cards. Action items to try and get credit limit increases anyway as you guys are transitioning into wealth building and getting bigger money, okay? And I told you what they're looking for. They're looking for your own credit cards to be 2 years, 30% under, no late payments, okay? And your own primary trade lines. Now, to apply for the 680 program, you just need to be a business owner. That's it, period. Credit and business owner. That's it. Not talking about revenue, not care about how long you've been in business, not asking for a whole bunch of collateral. That's why this is a back end hack, because you're strong in one area and maybe not as strong in the other ones, but you can still qualify. I will put the link in the description of this video, and I will also pin it to the comments. You're going to fill out the application. It needs to be complete. And depending on when you do it, Monday through Friday, it takes about 24, 48 hours for complete applications. We will submit it to our funding team. Our funding team will review your application and they will call you. They will also usually email. So make sure you check your voicemails, check your spam, right? And then they will give you an offer. So let me give you an example of how that works. Let's say you ask for a $50,000 business line of credit. It's either going to be one of three answers, guys, okay? So they're going to call you back and say, hey, yes, you qualify for $50,000. Here you go. This is the process. This is the lender. This is the process. This is the lender, okay? That's option number one. Or number two, they may say, well, no, you don't quite qualify for $50,000, but we did get a lender who will give you $20,000. We did get a lender who will give you $30,000. We did get a lender who will give you $10,000. And then with that option, basically they're giving you a counter offer. It's up to you. You are in charge. You are the quarterback of the team. You are the captain of the ship. It's up to you. You say, well, you know what? $10,000 would help me. I'll go for it. $20,000 would help me. Or you say, no, I needed 50. No, thank you. I'm good. Right. And at that point, no harm, no foul. There's been no hard inquiry, no nothing. They just looked at your file, gave it to some business credit lenders. We came back and discussed with you what the feedback was. Okay. Or number three, they may come back and give you a denial. They may say, hey, you know what? I know you want some business credit, but you don't qualify right now. These are the reasons why. You have a late payment here. This is too high utilization. This card hasn't been opened. They will tell you what the feedback is. Now, why is that valuable? Because you out there, business owner, you can then work on those items and reapply. Now, nugget right here. This is a business funding program, right? So we try to work with a network of lenders to fast track you getting money. Why? So you can build your brand, so you can leverage. However, they sometimes are able to give you a personal and business credit offer, right? So sometimes it'll be just business credit, or sometimes they'll say, well, you can get $10,000 in business credit, but $30,000 in personal. Guys, it's always up to you. If it makes sense, go for it. If it doesn't make sense, don't. Period. Now, as far as fees, costs, all those things, there's always a cost to doing business. So they will discuss that with you. If it makes sense, go for it. If it doesn't, don't. Period. Look, got it good, right? And I'll just say this. A consumer mindset will always say, why do I have to spend XYZ for this? Guys, credit cards have APR fees. Credit cards have annual fees. Credit cards have maintenance fees. Mortgages have loan origination fees. Hard money lenders have fees. Like, all funding has a fee associated. Period. Everybody just calls it something different. There's always a cost to doing business. What I would recommend to all of you wealth warriors is you pay attention to ROI. What are you going to actually yield, and can you build with that? If they say you can get $50,000, but the cost is $5,000, that's a little bit extreme, right? $5,000, then you business owner are going to say, well, I'm going to get in my pocket $45,000, right? And the $5,000 will come out of the money. Can I build with $45,000? If the answer is yes, and that would help your situation, go for it. If the answer is no, then don't. Period. But what you don't want to say is, why do I have to spend $5,000? The person that's a consumer mindset is going to say, why do I have to spend $5,000? The entrepreneur, the business owner is going to say, I have $45,000 that I didn't have before, and I'm about to make that six figures. Come on, I just freed somebody right there, right? So my point to that is that if you are a business owner, you have a 680 and above on all three bureaus, you can apply for this fast track program for 680. We'll be happy to help you. We will give you some feedback at the initial kind of conversation is a soft inquiry, guys, right? And then if you get approved for funding, they will tell you if the lender is going to need to do a hard inquiry. Nugget right here, guys. If there needs to be a hard inquiry and that hard inquiry results in $50,000, that's a good hard inquiry. I'm going to just say it like that, right? So you're going to know if the lender's going to do a hard inquiry or not, and you're going to know how much money you're going to be approved for in advance. And if you don't qualify, then you just get a workshop, do one of our workshops, or Investing Credit Lovers Lifestyle, or watch some more videos. Come on, somebody. Got it good? So this is a way to fast track getting money. Some of you guys can fill this out tonight and you'll have money Friday. You'll have money, well, it's Thursday when I'm doing this video. So depending on when you're watching this, you can have money. You can have like this lines of credit and or these business credit cards or both within 24 or 48 hours. Real talk. A ton of people in our Wealth Warrior community have already have had it happen. All right, guys. Oh, and last thing I want to say right there, and then you're using it for something income producing, right? You're getting a car to put on Turo. You're hiring a marketing team. You're getting better cameras and lighting for your podcast, for your YouTube. You're doing something with the money that's going to grow and scale your brand so you're actually leveraging to build wealth and not just getting into debt. I hope that frees somebody, because you guys keep on asking, how can I get some money and I'm new and I have no revenue? That's one way you can get some money, okay, guys? And for my nugget, guys, all the information in the world is useless if you don't put action behind it. Stop being somebody who's an information overload and you're just doing all the courses and doing all the workshops and doing all the summits and doing all the conferences and you have no fruit, come on somebody, from all of that stuff that you've invested because you haven't actually done the work. Guys, if you listen to my videos, I say often, action item nugget. Action item nugget. That's not by chance. I speak that way for a reason. I know that I talk fast. I know it's a lot of information. So I say to you, blah, 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 action item, blah, 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 action item. Why am I doing that? Because you watching the video can say, okay, in this video, she said, pull my credit reports, look at my personal trade lines, call for credit limit increases if I need to, and apply. Okay, well, I already pulled my reports. I have over $5,000. I have 6 A's on all 3 reports. My credit limits are good. Now I just need to apply, right? I'm telling you exactly what to do, and you're checking off the list. Let's say I said, pull your reports, get your EIN, get a business bank account, get it done. Well, you're like, okay, well, I already pulled my reports. I already have a business bank account. Oh, I don't have my duns. Let me go ahead and do that action item. Right? I talk to you that way for a reason. This is a wealth building ministry, and I want you guys to actually execute and have wild, massive results fast. Look, super fast. So go back and rewatch this video. I'll put the link in the description of the video and I'll pin it to the comments. And if you are a business owner with 680 and above, get some money for your brand, grow, reinvest, and then do it all over again. Amen.